Are you unemployed? Well, I sure hope you are, because you're gonna love this one. Have you ever heard of someone paying money to go to work? Like, not a co-working space, not a cafe, but literally a fake office. A whole 9 to 5 with no salary. Welcome to China's trend where people pay to pretend to have a job. I know, I said it, the J word. Like, at first, I thought this was a joke. Like one of those Douyin skits where someone pretends to be a CEO in a 10-year affair with their assistant. But nah, this is real. Like, very real. People clock in, they take office selfies, they even go to pretend interviews. And some places literally forbid office romances so the fake workplace won't turn into a K-drama. This is like a luxury hotel at this point.
30多块钱就可以在超市感受到事业有成的安全感，干净整洁的办公环境，100家的工位随意选择。
Changshu pretend to work. Water, laptop, printer, snacks. The only thing you don't have is a salary. The whole thing started when a guy named Chen Yingjian had some empty office space lying around that he didn't need to use, as a normal person would. You know, just some spare office space. His recent grad friend Xiao Chu joked, "Bro, since no one can find jobs right now, why don't you create a company where the whole business model is centered around pretending to work?" Yeah, normal people like us would, you know, just laugh and move on. These two basically looked at each other and said, wait, why does this low-key make sense? So Chen actually converted the office into a legit fake workplace. Desks, meeting rooms, reception desk, and even a live streaming studio. Because, well, of course. People pay about 30 yuan a day, around 4 to 5 USD, to experience the thrilling corporate life of sitting at a desk and doing absolutely nothing. Or they pay around 300 to 600 yuan a month, and fresh graduates get a discount at 150 yuan. Within 2 months, 30 to 40 people were already working there. This man accidentally speedran a startup from just a funny idea to congratulations, you have employees who aren't actually employees. And then boom, it went viral on Xiaohongshu and Douyin. Because of course young people love showing off their productivity arc. And soon pretend to work companies literally popped up everywhere. Shanghai, Chengdu, Beijing, literally Pokemon regional variants of fake workplaces. It's packed. Even if you wanted to, I think you would have to book a year in advance. Helping the unemployed who want to hide the truth from their families. Working hard? More like hardly working. I'm sorry. Now, most of these places charge around 30 to 50 yuan per day, where they offer computers, Wi-Fi, printers, meeting rooms, free snacks, and lunch. And of course, some even make you fill out forms and do mock interviews. You want to feel employed? Congrats, bro. Get ready for an onboarding process that is more legit than most companies out there. Because the rules, well, no smoking, no dating, no skipping work, clocking in from 9 to 5 like a respectable fake adult. Some places even give you staff cards so that, you know, you can really feel not jobless. You'll have supervisors walking around looking over people, and even simulated work-like activities. But here's the thing, why would anyone pay for this? Let me introduce you to the true final boss of Chinese society. That is what is called face. Now, China already has a history of pretending at work. Like people staying at work late, doing absolutely nothing just to look like they're dedicated. But you know, having a job isn't just a job. It's your dignity, and it's your parents' WeChat moments begging rights. A participant from Shandong straight up just said people do this because they want to save face and don't want their parents to know that they're unemployed. So instead of staying home, they put on an office outfit, go to a pretend desk, and send busy at work selfies to their family group chat. Honestly, peak performative activities. Doing his whole morning routine. If I tried to do this, I'd be late 2 hours.
现在就是上学生的一个状态。
What's he doing now? Is he grocery shopping before work?
到了，兄弟们。
走，咱们看看去。
Finally arrived.
那我先进去
And
坐
it's
一
time to
坐
clock out now.
到工位了。下班了，下班了，打卡下班了。
Now you see, it's not always just about face, because some experts said that these mock offices actually provide structure. One of the doctors here said that they actually help young people keep a routine while looking for jobs. Some of them call it a shell, a space where young people distance themselves from society and not feel like they're failing. In other words, Fake it till you make it. Now, a couple of our subjects here. Shui Zhou, a 30-year-old man whose food business collapsed in 2024. This man now pays 30 yuan a day in Dongguan to work at a fake office. Originally, he went day by day, but then he eventually upgraded to the VIP pass, which was 500 yuan a month. So he sends death selfies to his parents so that they stop worrying. He studies e-commerce there, stays until 11 p.m., then just chills with his colleagues. Bro found more work-life balance at a fake office than most people would at their real job.
This is the reception area, but there's nobody there. This is our workspace. There are computers and printers, but they don't work.
Here about 50.
This is an office with a nice view, but we only use it to play video games and take naps.
For 21-year-old Danny Wu, it's the extra touch that makes the concept enticing and believable.
She couldn't find a full-time job, but her university demanded internship proof for her diploma.
I take photos of my work environment. My family always asks me what I do. I can give them proof.
Took photos as evidence and spent the rest of the time writing online novels to earn cash. Her philosophy: if you're going to fake it to the end. Now, the founder says that 40% of customers are people like her. Fresh grads who need a certificate or just want to look employed. Then there's Ryan, 25, from Jiangsu. He worked at a pretend office for 6 months. Still unemployed 18 months post-graduation. He said paying to work made him feel stupid, which, I mean, but he said routine is routine. Some local bosses even do fake interviews for fun. For fun is diabolical. Now, Beijing actually opened one with 280 square meters, 30 workstations, charging 49.9 yuan a day. You go in, and it's full every day. So what actually goes on in the training grounds? If you walk into one of these offices, honestly, it looks kind of legit. And the craziest thing is that they have membership tiers. Pay more, computer actually works. Pay less, you might get a dead monitor for decoration. You know, just for the aesthetic. In Dongguan, an owner of one of these companies named Fei Yu said that he just wants to sell the feeling of worth and doesn't want to help people only with their acting skills. Instead, he helps them try to turn pretend work into real work. Now, Chen Yingjian also believes that most clients aren't just laying flat, but just trying to better themselves. Like, he even lets them work on some of his sales projects and splits profits 70-30 with them. So sometimes a pretend office becomes a real job. This is not what I signed up for. Of course, not everyone is happy about this. Some people are like, you still have no salary, and you're even spending money to work. The economy is cooked. Does the company offer a pretend to be at work service where you can verbally abuse people and they can't talk back? If you provide the right amount of money, everything will be fine. Isn't that just paying to work? No, business. Then there's the legal side, where some places offer fake internship certificates, which is a big no-no. Some even advertise that they'll make social insurance payments for you so you look officially employed. This could literally just cross into fraud. Is this sustainable? Probably not. But at least 14 companies have registered under the name Pretend to Work, so demand is still there. Now, maybe you've heard of Tangping, lying flat, which means I quit the rat race. Wake me up when capitalism doesn't exist anymore. And then Lao Shu Ren, rat people, describing Gen Z who spend all their day in bed doom scrolling, refusing to participate in society. And fake offices are right in the middle, just right between laying flat and standing up straight. And to be honest, every country pretends. In China, we have fake offices. In the West, you have people renting out supercars, trying to sell you a course on how to sell a course. So yeah, at first glance, this whole thing feels like a joke, right? Essentially people paying to cosplay office workers. But you know, in a collapsing job market, a stressed out society, parents demanding stability, you know how Asian parents are. They don't tolerate unemployed people like me and you. So fake offices give them a place to exist. Maybe even hope. Or at least, you know, you get free coffee and snacks. But for now in China, it's pretty clear how far people will go to survive expectations and reality. So the next time you see your friend post a first day at a new job story, tell them to celebrate by treating you to a Michelin star dinner. Then check their bank account.